Hey, Manny Talavera here. What I thought I would do is I would create a video to show you all how to build a coaching program from scratch. I originally created a video very similar to this about 3 or 4 years ago. It got over 4,000 views, and I had quite a few people who sent me instant messages and emails, and they were asking a lot of questions. So what I thought I would do is kind of reshoot that, add a little bit of content, and just give you all a little bit more context. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump right into this. When you're actually building your coaching program, the first thing that you need to do is you need to pick a niche. You need to pick a group of people who you're going to be marketing this program to. The 4 keys to picking a niche for a coaching program are very simple. They need to be easy to find, they need to be large in number, they need to want the result that you're delivering, and they need to have the money to pay for it. And we're going to go over these in detail, because I can tell you, if you're missing any of those 4 elements, you need to go back to your niche and you need to make some changes to it. So we're going to go over these. The first thing they need to be is they need to be easy to find. A huge mistake I see in this marketplace is people decide to create a coaching program for people who are in transition. Sounds like a great idea. The problem is we can't market on Facebook to people who are in transition. We can't go and find those people. The bottom line is if you can't find them, you can't market to them. If you can't market to them, you can't sell to them. So they've got to be easy to find. The other problem with this is if they're not easy to find, the cost in actually getting in front of those people is going to be much, much higher, because you're going to have to spend more money on ad revenue just to find them. So the first thing they need to be is they need to be clearly identifiable and easy to find. The next thing they need to be is they need to be large in number. Large in number is extremely important. If they're not large in number, what's going to happen is you're going to burn through your list very, very fast. And you're going to make some money at the beginning, but you're not going to have long-term success because you're just going to run out of lead generation. And so what we want here is we want a group of people who are large in number, so that we can market to them for a period of time, but not so large that we cannot afford to market to them. Now the next thing is we want people who are wanting the result that we're delivering. Again, big problem here in this space is a lot of people create solutions that no one really wants. When you're thinking about creating a coaching program, what you're essentially doing is you're problem solving. You're solving a big problem for a group of people. The bigger the problem, the better results you're going to have. It's got to be a problem that serves a result that these people want. They've got to want the result that you're delivering. And the fourth thing, and I think is as important as anything else, is they've got to have the money to pay for it. Another space I see people get into is they get into these ideas where they're going to actually help a group of people who don't really have any money. And I'll give you a couple of examples. Helping people get off of welfare. Helping people to find a job who are unemployed. These are great ideas and they're very noble, but the problem is you're not going to make a lot of money selling to a niche market of people who do not have money. And so what you want to think about here, again, just picking your niche needs to be easy to find, they need to be large in number, they need to want the result you're providing, and they need to have the money to pay for the result. It's very simple. You got to solve a huge problem in the marketplace that they stay up at night thinking about, and they're ready to pay for it. But we're going to move on. The next thing that you're going to do after you pick your niche is you're going to pick your outcome. I'm going to tell you all something. People don't get up in the morning saying, I want to buy a coaching program, or I want to buy a packaged product. People get up wanting to solve a problem that they can't solve themselves. That is what you're selling here. Solutions to problems and nothing else. That's what you're actually looking for. And so what we're looking for here is the big promise. The outcome that you're delivering is the big promise in your coaching program. So they stay up at night thinking about this problem that they can't solve for themselves, and you're going to offer them the solution to that problem. So once we've decided our outcome, we're going to pick a name. The name needs to be results-based, if at all possible. Another huge mistake people make is they create a name for their coaching program that's obscure. No one even knows what it means. It doesn't identify who they're selling to or the problem they're solving. When you create a name for your product, a person reading that title, they need to say, I need that. I need to investigate this further. You can't expect someone to go through 5 paragraphs of ad copy or watch 3 videos to find out what your big promise is, what the result is that you're promising the people. So it needs to be in the name, if at all possible. I'm going to give you a bunch of examples. If you look at what Brandon Burchard does, all of his titles are excellent. You know, Experts Academy. You look at Suzanne Evans, she's got one called 100 Days to 100K. I've got a number of products. One's called the Millionaire Coaching Formula. Content Creation Made Easy. Strategy Sessions That Sell. Look at what anything that Eben Pagan does, Brandon Burchard does. Study their titles and you will not go wrong in creating something similar. The key here is the result that they're going to get, or the big promise needs to be in that title. But we're going to move on. The next thing that you're going to do after we pick a name, we're going to decide the type of program. Very, very easy here. We're going to do one-on-one coaching or we're going to do group coaching. That's what we're going to deliver in the type. So just to kind of go through where we're at so far, we're going to pick a niche. It's going to be easy to find, large in number. They're going to want the result, and they're going to have the money to pay. We're going to pick our outcome. Our outcome is our big promise. We're going to pick a niche, and it's going to be results-based. Pick a name, and it's going to be results-based. We're going to pick a type of program, and it's going to be either group or one-on-one. Now, once we've done these 4 things, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to pick a delivery method. There are many ways to deliver a coaching program. You can do it in person, you can do it over the telephone, you can do it over Skype, you can do it over the internet, or you can do a mix of all of these. And we'll talk about that at the end a little bit. But in person is going to be just meeting with the person, telephone, Skype, your internet. When you're delivering something by internet, there are many ways you can do this. You can do it with a private Facebook group. You can do it through Zoom. You can do it through a password-protected website. There are many ways on the internet to actually deliver these coaching programs. Now, the last 2 things we're going to talk about is length of time and time frame. The length of time is very, very simple. How long is your coaching program going to be? Is it going to be a weekend event where you're delivering it through a seminar? Is it going to be a 4-week, a 6-week, an 8-week program? Is it going to be 3 months or 6 months, or is it going to be a year? And so what you want to think about here is how long is the program going to be? And the next thing we're going to talk about is the time frame. And the time frame is how much interaction are these people going to have with you in this program. And what we're talking about is how much time are you spending with them? Are you going to be doing 30-minute weekly sessions, 45-minute weekly sessions, hour weekly sessions? Are you going to be delivering something that's an hour of content every other week? And so we will talk about a lot of the variations in actually doing this now. And so just to review before we actually go further, we're going to pick a niche, we're going to pick an outcome, we're going to pick a name, we're going to pick a type of program, we're going to pick a delivery method, we're going to pick a length of time, and we're going to pick a time frame. And once we've done that, basically, within reason, your program is structured now. Once you've got the structure, now you want to decide, all of these different variables. Like I said, is it going to be one-on-one or group? Are you going to deliver in person or over the phone or over Skype or over Zoom? There's many ways to actually deliver this. And you can do a hybrid of all of it. A lot of people are using private Facebook groups to deliver coaching. And what they're doing is they're delivering modulated content once or twice a month in there, which is pre-recorded content, and they're doing Facebook live streams in that group. Something else that's really, really popular now is the modulated course, and I talk a lot about that in the Millionaire Coaching Formula. And a modulated course is simply a 4-week, a 6-week, or an 8-week program where you're delivering recorded content on like a Monday, and then on Thursday, they're going to get live question and answer from you. So an 8-week course is going to be 8 weeks of modulated content. Then we're going to do live question and answer for 8 weeks. And your question and answer might be an hour to an hour and a half a week. So if you're looking at the time frame, how much interaction these people are actually getting with you in that program, if you're doing 8 weeks and each week is an hour to an hour and a half of content, they're getting 8 to 12 hours of content with you from that coaching program. So you got 8 to 12 hours invested in the actual time spent. You're going to record content that they're going to be getting digitally. That's fine, because once that's recorded, you're going to deliver it to these people over and over again. And then, like I said, the actual amount of time they're going to spend with you there is 8 to 12 hours. And I can tell you, in the Millionaire Coaching Formula, I talk a lot about modulated courses, because that is a new way of delivering coaching. That's the way a lot of these people who are higher end are actually delivering it. But what I want you to think about here is, I want you to think about what's the result you're going to bring to the table, who you're going to bring that result to the table for, and what are you going to charge them. Decide on those things and then build the rest of it out. I think I've delivered some good content to you. I really appreciate you all taking a look at the video today. If you have any questions, certainly shoot me an instant message. If you're not in my private Facebook group, definitely jump in the private Facebook group. I'm going to be delivering a lot of content in there as we're about to release the Millionaire Coaching Formula. If you're not on my list yet, definitely subscribe and jump on my list, because I've got a number of videos that are going to be delivered through Vimeo, and the only people who are going to get that content are going to be the people on my list, or the people who are in my private mastermind group on Facebook. But again, I really appreciate you all taking a look at the video, and thanks a lot.